A lone seal rests on what appears to be a safe haven of ice in the frozen wilderness of Antarctica. The water around the floe begins to churn with an ominous black presence. What happens next defies belief. A coordinated assault so sophisticated, so calculated, that it rivals the most complex strategic operations. This is the incredible Orca hunt, where intelligence meets raw power in one of nature's most spectacular displays of cooperative warfare. These are Antarctic Type B pack ice specialists, each weighing up to 6 tons and possessing brains that dwarf those of most mammals. Their black and white forms slice through the frigid waters like living torpedoes, but their true terror lies not in size or speed. Their intelligence sets them apart. Their ability to think, to plan, and to execute strategies that would challenge expert battle planners. These oceanic masterminds employ a hunting technique so advanced it seems almost supernatural. Wave washing. This isn't random splashing. This is precision engineering meets predatory brilliance. The orcas swim in perfect synchronization just below the surface, their massive bodies displacing thousands of gallons of seawater. Then, in a coordinated surge, they rush toward their target. The physics are staggering. Each whale beats its powerful flukes in rhythmic precision, generating hydrodynamic forces that amplify with mathematical perfection. Like biological metachronal waves, the same principles that govern the microscopic cilia in our bodies, their synchronized movements optimize energy transfer and wave propagation. The result? A wall of water powerful enough to wash a 400-pound seal right off its icy sanctuary. Speed, proximity to surface, timing. Every variable calculated with computer-like precision. Wave amplitude depends entirely on their ability to coordinate these factors, creating a tsunami in miniature that serves as their weapon of choice. Before the hunt begins, the pod gathers underwater to coordinate their attack. Through clicks, whistles, and calls, each pod speaking their own distinct dialect, they communicate their strategy. These aren't random sounds. This is sophisticated communication that allows them to plan every detail of the hunt. Each orca has a specific job. One acts as a lookout, surfacing to spot seals and check the ice. Others position themselves to create the powerful waves. Some wait nearby to catch the seal once it's knocked into the water. They choose roles based on each whale's skills and experience. Their approach is carefully planned. They attack from different directions and adjust their strategy if the seal doesn't fall in on the first try. This isn't just instinct. This is intelligent teamwork. At the heart of this operation stands the matriarch, the oldest female whose weathered body holds decades of accumulated knowledge. She's the living library of her pod, the repository of hunting techniques passed down through generations. Her presence increases the survival rate of her grandchildren by 30%, a phenomenon scientists call the grandmother effect. Post-reproductive matriarchs are the generals of these underwater armies. They lead the pod to feeding grounds during times of scarcity, make critical decisions about when and how to attack, and serve as the primary teachers of these complex hunting techniques. Their presence significantly increases the survival rates of their grandchildren, a crucial advantage in these harsh Antarctic waters. When a matriarch dies, entire hunting traditions can vanish forever. This level of coordination comes at a cost. Wave washing is energetically expensive, far more demanding than solitary hunting. But the mathematics of cooperation are undeniable. Success rates for seal hunting increase dramatically when pods work together compared to individual efforts. Larger pods can execute more complex strategies, though they face higher energetic expenditure and require more sophisticated coordination. The trade-off is calculated. For prey like seals on ice floes, nearly impossible targets for a single orca, cooperative strategies transform the impossible into the inevitable. The energetic investment pays dividends in calories captured and techniques perfected. Wave washing is just one weapon in their arsenal. They employ bubble-blowing techniques, releasing streams of air bubbles to disorient and confuse their prey. The bubbles create a sensory screen, masking their approach while generating acoustic interference that disrupts the seal's ability to pinpoint danger. When wave washing fails, they switch to ice tipping, using their massive bodies as battering rams to fracture larger ice floes. Each technique requires specific biomechanical adaptations, precise positioning, coordinated force delivery, and split-second timing. The complexity demands cognitive abilities that rival those of the most intelligent primates. These techniques aren't hardwired into their DNA. They're learned behaviors, cultural traditions passed down through generations like human folklore. Young calves spend years as apprentices, observing every detail of the hunt. Mothers and aunts serve as active instructors, sometimes catching prey and releasing it for the juveniles to practice on. This is cultural transmission in its purest form. Only specific orca populations use wave washing, making it a regional tradition as distinct as human customs. The teaching process adapts to the complexity of each technique. Simple skills learned through imitation, advanced strategies requiring direct instruction and years of practice. The loss of a single matriarch can mean the extinction of an entire hunting culture. When pods fragment or experienced teachers die, techniques vanish like forgotten languages, taking millennia of accumulated wisdom with them into the depths. The neural requirements for executing these hunts are staggering. Working memory keeps track of multiple pod members, prey location, and environmental variables simultaneously. Attention and inhibitory control ensure split-second timing while preventing interference between hunters. Multisensory information integration processes visual, acoustic, and tactile data in real time. Their capacity for flexible problem-solving stands out most. When initial strategies fail, they adapt. They modify tactics mid-hunt, respond to changing prey behavior, and develop new approaches to novel challenges. This isn't programmed behavior. This is creative intelligence applied to the ancient art of predation. Individual cognitive variation affects role allocation and hunting effectiveness. Some orcas excel as scouts, others as wave generators, still others as strategic coordinators. The pod utilizes these individual strengths, creating a collective intelligence greater than the sum of its parts. Hunting in near-freezing Antarctic waters demands extraordinary physiological adaptations. Their thick blubber layer provides insulation against temperatures that would kill most mammals within minutes. Specialized circulatory systems maintain neural, sensory, and motor function even in the harshest conditions. Their sensory capabilities truly astound. Excellent vision operates both above and below water, allowing precise targeting of seals on distant ice floes. Echolocation penetrates ice formations, revealing hidden prey and navigation hazards. They assess ice stability through mechanisms scientists are still struggling to understand, likely combining visual inspection with decades of accumulated experience. Seasonal ice changes influence hunting opportunities and movement patterns. As climate shifts alter their frozen battlefield, these apex predators must continuously adapt their strategies and territories. The seals aren't passive victims in this underwater warfare. Millions of years of predation pressure have shaped sophisticated counter-strategies. They select larger, more stable ice floes. They position themselves for quick escape routes. They develop enhanced vigilance behaviors and group coordination systems. Conservation efforts focus on protecting not just the species, but their irreplaceable cultural knowledge. Early warning indicators of cultural loss include changes in pod social structure, altered vocalization patterns, and declining hunting success rates. Once lost, these traditions cannot be recovered. They represent the death of entire civilizations. Effective conservation requires ecosystem-wide approaches, protecting critical habitats, reducing human disturbances, maintaining healthy prey populations, and safeguarding the social structures that enable cultural transmission. The stakes couldn't be higher. We're not just preserving animals, we're protecting some of the most sophisticated non-human cultures on Earth. The incredible orca hunt represents far more than predation. It's a window into intelligence beyond our imagination, cooperation that challenges our understanding of animal behavior, and cultural complexity that rivals human societies. In the frigid waters of Antarctica, these ocean masterminds continue to perfect techniques developed over thousands of generations. Each hunt is a symphony of physics and biology, strategy and execution, tradition, and adaptation. As we watch these magnificent creatures disappear beneath the ice, we witness the continuation of an ancient legacy, one that reminds us that intelligence, culture, and cooperation are not uniquely human traits, but evolutionary achievements shared by the most remarkable minds in our oceans. The incredible orca hunt continues, but for how much longer? The answer lies not in the depths of Antarctic waters, but in our commitment to preserving one of nature's greatest masterpieces before it vanishes forever into the silence of the deep. What blew your mind most about these orca hunts? Their teamwork? How they create waves? Or maybe how the grandmother whales help their families survive? Let me know in the comments. I love reading what you think. And if you want to see more amazing animal videos, don't forget to subscribe. Next week, we're covering some incredible deep-sea creatures you won't believe exist.